Hey guys, Patrick here, Southwest Fort Worth. So I just used the Vmate, and you're about to see a video of that. I recorded in 4K, and I had a mic on. I did it in broadcaster mode. I was trying to have like a picture of me while I was talking about the fish room. But then as I was editing, the camera from my phone didn't line up with what the Vmate was recording. So right now I'm just doing this intro, and I've got no mic on. I'm just using the Vmate by itself. After my experiment doing this evening, I think I'm going to stick with my phone and the Snopa Atom. This thing is cool for if you're in a hurry or something like that, but I don't think I'm going to do much vlogging with it in the fish room. It's a cool device, but it's not really working what I intended it for. Anyway, let's go ahead. And this is a 4K video, which you're going to see. Just straight 4K. These little guys, are they cool? It'll focus on them. Anyway, here's a quick fish room update using the Snopa Vmate in 4K. Hey guys, Patrick here in Southwest Fort Worth, and I want to do a little test on my Vmate, and I am recording right now in broadcaster mode. So there's supposed to be an update done on this, and you can see I've got the camera facing me on my phone and then the Vmate recording. There's supposed to be an update today, but there hasn't been one. Or no, new update yesterday, but there hasn't one. Anyway, so I just want to give you an update about what's going on with the fish and everything. I had a little snafu with the fish tank in the living room. I'm showing this one because I did a water change the same time, the same way. Nothing wrong in this one, but in the fish tank in here, I don't know if there was just not enough oxygen, if, like, all the shrimp are fine, but a lot of the other fish, they kind of died off. And so Sunday, Monday, yesterday, I did a water change each of those days. Maybe the water was just too cold. I don't know. Makes me want to just, for these tanks, have another water supply just already waiting. Two, it convinces me more about the system that I have, and I'll explain that. Let's walk over here to the big tank. And talk about some of the stuff I have going on with it. So I am going to be, sorry, I'm talking, I should probably point it at my face. I am going to be going and cleaning a lot of this, or I bought some stuff to fix the acrylic on this tank. So I'm going to look to do that. And I do need to start selling some of these angels. I might ask, like, they're pretty big already. Some already started breeding. I think they look great. So I think 20 bucks each. Start asking. And then I've got the Bozemanii in here. They're 5 bucks each. The Crabenzis, 3 bucks each. So if you're around the DFW area or you want to pay for shipping, hit me up and we'll go ahead and get you some of these fish. I'm going to turn on the light here, talk about this setup that I'm doing. So I was going to put, for a filter, a blue barrel over here that I was going to make a filter of, but then Amazon had these Cascade 1200s for just over like 60 bucks. It was insane. I think the deal is still going now. So instead, I'm going to use 2 of those, and I'm going to use this shelf as another. I bought this taller container, and I'm going to use that for a breeding pair of angels. So I'll have it going from the top tank, and I'll have it split and going to the middle tank over here and on the bottom, and then have it so that 2 cascades will go and filter it and bring it from the bottom tank over to the top tank. And I'll do an unboxing video on these soon. Let's go ahead and move on to the fish room and do a quick update on what is happening in there. Just a disclaimer too, if you're new to my channel, and maybe you're watching this for the Vmate thing. I bought the Vmate for the fish channel. So if you're wanting to find some other Vmate videos, feel free to look somewhere else. But I bought it mainly for convenience, for doing the vlogs, for talking about the fish and other stuff. Also, as I go through these tanks, you're gonna see, you might see several of them with some algae and stuff, and you might want to comment, hey, wipe down those tanks. Well, the reason I have this set up, incorporating aquaponics into the tanks, and if this is new, if you're new to this channel, this is what I do. I have incorporated aquaponics to go with my fish room to make things easy for me because I don't have a lot of time. And it's been working. It's been working great. It's been working fantastic. I've got fry everywhere. So, okay, if you want to go and comment, Karen, wipe down your tanks. Well, come get you some. I'm not. This is what it is. You can eat it. I shouldn't mess around with anybody named Karen. My cousin's name is Karen. She's great. Anyway, there's your disclaimers. Let's go ahead and check out these angelfish fry. I just fed earlier this evening. And here are the parents to the angelfish fry up here. There's one. There's the other one in the back. Also had these guys. They laid some eggs. These guys laid eggs, and I had another pair of laid eggs, and I'm going to show you those fry. But let's get a shot of these 9 tanks with the Vmate here. And here I've got 9 tanks. I've got some, we'll go pretty quick. Here are some of my Bozemanite and some of the rainbows. I put some cribs in there and then move some of them out. Of course, I just showed you those angelfish, and here I've got some calico bristlenose and their fry, all eaten on the green beans right here, French cut green beans. Along with the jars from Angels Plus that's holding these platinum pearl scale angel fry. And I've got the black Moscows, and I need to take some of these, the blue. They look cool, but I don't want them in there. I want just the black ones. So I've been moving some of the blue ones and others into here. The light isn't very good because I've got a bunch of duckweed. If you're ever in my area and you're buying some fish from me, feel free to net out all the duckweed you want. You can have it. Here's some of the red guppies. I've also got some bristlenose Placo fry in here and duckweed. In this container, I've got shrimp. I got some blue ones in both of these. Here, I just threw some guppies in there as dither fish for these yellow convicts. I forget the exact name of them, but I've got some of them in here. I'm hoping they'll breed soon. Here we got some shrimp feasting and some of the lighter blue guppies. Here are my super red fry. And some of them I found out, they got the smaller ones, they were able to escape. So they're in here with these tangerine shrimp. Also in here are my Starburst Endlers, the only Endlers that I carry, the Starburst. And the Rio Tapas Swordtails. So those are also on sale. I sell the Starburst Endler $3 each, and I guess I'll sell the Rio Tapas Swords for $2 each. Because apparently I'm too cheap with my fish, is what I've been told from other sellers. And I don't want to mess up their market. Alright, in here I've got the latest batch from the Platinum Pearl. So over here I've got the latest batch of the Platinum Pearl Scales, and they're wiggling. As soon as they're off the slate, I'm going to be moving them Let me right now give you, for anybody new, just what's happening with this system. So this is aquaponics. I've got cut IBC tote with the grow bed on this side and on this side. Over here. Cut IBC tote, and it's got tomatoes and bamboo. There's pothos ivy everywhere. Gotta clean this thing up. But anyway, and then you have a system of tanks that are plumbed together, and they go and have a gutter that catches all the water as it goes from the top, middle, to the bottom, and goes into the bottom as a sump, and then it pumps that water back up and back to all the tanks. So you have all these plants that are filtering the water. The fish are providing nutrients for the plants. It is aquaponics with aquarium fish. It is at a bigger level, and this is something I created because I didn't find anything really that anybody was doing like it, and it's been working great for me. So here are these tanks. We'll take a look at them. I'm waiting for these guys to go ahead and spawn. If they would, that'd be wonderful. Again, algae in the tanks, fine for the fish. It's not aesthetically pleasing to a lot, but when I have time, I wipe it. Anyway, there's more of those yellow convicts in here, waiting for them to have some fry. Got some other various angels in here. Here are 55 gallon with the yellow labs and some other yellow fish and peacock, other stuff. Paradise fish and some cories, waiting for them to have some babies. Got the puffer in here. I did a video of him earlier. Here's some guppies and cribs. I'm going to do something else with this tank. These guys bred the same time as those other ones. This koi and the silver. So I've got 2 batches in 1 jar, and we're going to take a look at that. In here we've got some of the grow outs of another batches of the those platinum pearl scales. Some different fish. I'm gonna breed. Oh, and these guys laid. No, did they? No, they did not lay. I was waiting for them to lay. They've laid once, and nothing came of it. They might have eaten them, but it looks like her ovipositor is out, so they should be laying soon again. Look at that. I've got some blue shrimp in here, tangerines in here, and a bunch of plecos in here that I was netting some out, so they're kind of hiding because I was putting them in that big tank. I've got blue-eyed neon rainbows in here. There you go, come to the front, buddy. And I'm wanting them to spawn. And there's a bunch of brine shrimp in there right now. They are cool looking. I just wish that I get some fry from them. I've got these white clouds that I've gotten 1 fry from. And he wound up down here because that's where all this water goes in this big tank before it goes in the sump. I do like looking at this tank. It's so cool. I even have some angels and big pleco and goldfish and stuff in here in the sump. Oh, and I've got selling some of these guys too. The that good-eyed, but I believe is on the CARES list. I can't think of the other name for it right now. For the life of me. Oh well, it'll come to me. Here are fat bellies on these grow outs. taking the angels out of here, I've got these ember tetras. Some of these, like I've got a few cardinals, and I put the rummy noses that were in here. I've got some rainwater in this little 1.5 gallon tank or whatever. Trying to breed some of these rummies. Anyway, but I swear some of these ember tetras are breeding in here. Some of them are small, and I've had one like show up. Oh, that one's tiny. I've had one show up in another tank. It was tiny, so they are breeding. But when I try to like purposely breed them, they're not very good at it. Whatever. Up here some jerk jewel cichlids. They're mean, so I feed it and I'm like, whatever. You guys are jerks. I need to start selling some of them off. They're pretty, but man, they're mean. I got a pair of rams in here. Wanting them to lay some eggs. Alright. Sorry, I'm not using this broadcaster mode well. I should be talking. Here's the 46 with a bunch of various cichlids. And they breed. And so I'll see fry on the bottom. Sometimes I'll see fry on the bottom tank. Lights off. I'm not going to bother with that. It's just more Endler tetras and some of the least killifish, which is also live bear, not a killifish. The Heterangia formosa. It's like the 7th or 8th smallest vertebrate in the world. Okay, maybe I will show it off. Gotta get over here and turn on the light because it's on the timer. And the light is off right now. Turn it on so I can kind of show some of those because those are also on sale. You want some of those? My cherry shrimp are $1 each, and then the tangerine and blues are $3 each. So that's those. Here are a bunch of the fry of the electric blue Acara. Also put some of the fry in here. That's in here with some angelfish fry growing out and some bozeman rainbows growing out. Those are cool. Here's some of the shell dwellers, the Maltese. And some more electric blue Acaras. I was hoping. So I had some of these breed before, but they're not breeding yet. They haven't bred again, so I'll have to do something with them. My breeder bozeman here, I'm trying to get more fry from them. Here's some more bozeman growing out. Some electric blue Acaras growing out in there too. If you want some electric blue Acaras, they're $10 each. I'll grow them bigger, but I always find it strange how the bigger the fish, the more valuable, but I'm also thinking, well, that's the less time you have with that fish, you know? So that doesn't make sense to me. Don't you want more time with it? Anyway, whatever. A bunch of the red platies. So those for $1 each. My little breeding thing I'm going to be resetting. I've got a bunch of shrimp in here, but I was hoping some of these red and blue tetras, red blue Colombian tetras, are breeding here. They're not doing very well in there as far as breeding. I mean, they're doing fine. They're just not breeding. The shrimp are breeding. And just some various mollies in this tank. So, yeah, some of these cichlid fry went down to this tank, and so I fished them out yesterday. And look at all the plants. That's the thing about this system. All these plants and everything, these guys, I mean, they're like growing quick. Everything's growing quick. Oh, so I think I've got 2 batches, about to be 3 batches of fry in here, angelfish fry. They're all wigglers. There's a bunch. There's a bunch at the top of this too. There's a lot of glare there, but this is also a test video for this Vmate. Anyway, So I've gotten that Angels Plus jar, a bunch of fry as well. So there's a quick update for you. Also testing out this broadcaster mode for the Vmate. Waiting for the update to come out, which hopefully comes out soon, because I don't think the color is exactly right on this Vmate, but it's still a cool little tool. Alright guys, thanks a lot.